Creepy. It's getting creepier.
Ooh, it's getting creepy up in here.
Creepy.
Okay, we're live.
Yay, with Shut Up and Thrive.
Ooh, welcome.
So we're recording a creepy episode tonight. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh. You should have left your light below you then. It would have been fitting.
I could grab it.
No.
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy
to
Memorial Day.
everyone.
Yes.
So, yeah. Hi, everyone. It's Vanilla.
And your girl Nair, and together we are the Soul Sisters.
Welcome to Shut Up and Thrive, the podcast that will inspire you to live your best life.
With each episode, we'll bring you fun, introspective talks, inspiration, and a whole lot more.
So are you ready for all the things that will make you want to shut up and thrive?
Let's journey together as we jump into the conversation.
Woo woo!
So, welcome to a new episode of Shut Up and Thrive. Today, we're going to be thriving on sleeping, my favorite activity, and dreaming, my second favorite activity.
Wow, I'm excited.
Or no.
I'm always excited. Like, even talking about dreams and sleep, I'm excited. But
That's a good way to be.
excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. It's almost time for bed. Look at us recording at 8:30 at night.
Ugh,
Is it
that's on
8:30?
you, girl. Did you go to your beach?
8:30. Out. I
Did
went
you go
out.
to the
Yeah.
beach?
Oh, I just went out.
Ugh,
To the
it
beach.
wasn't beach
I
weather, right?
drove by the beach. I didn't go on the sand.
Yeah, it wasn't beach weather anyway.
It was beautiful. There was kids in the water jumping around, having a great time.
Oh, we did open the pool today.
Oh, nice.
I was trying to share it on Instagram, but like I did a time lapse,
Hmm.
which is really cool. You see us moving fast, even though that like taking the cover off is so heavy. But it won't, like, I don't know if it's just taking long to
Load. Your internet's
download.
acting up today.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna try to post that after. But yeah, that's exciting. Summer has
It is.
officially began.
And why you all glammed up?
I was filming.
You all glammed up for Memorial Day.
I know. Well, I just figured I had some
That's
time
good.
today, so I had a campaign to film. So they wanted smoky eye with a blazer, black blazer, all black.
Yeah.
Originally, it was supposed to be black nails, but we got pink nails, so too bad.
Looks white. Look cute.
It's like a baby pink. I go in asking for.
I see it. Yeah. That's
go
how you
asking
should
for.
sing your product. That's how you do it.
I was like, I want like a dusty, rosy pink. How do I get baby doll pink? Well, whatever.
Oh.
Like you're a nail
I know it's
girl
hard
now.
to let go, but I'm not gonna show my nails up in here. But like,
What?
it's hard to let go. But when you do, you're like, I have to. It really ruins
No,
your
for
nails.
me, it's like you can't take them off unless they take them off for
And
you.
for me, is I ain't gonna take you off, and I do.
That's what I do too. So
And
it's like,
really bad.
and I'm just wrecking my nails, which no. So yeah, I'm trying to think of a design to wear for vacation.
Cute.
Should I do a design, or I'm probably gonna do like a neon, bright, bold.
Because you're partying, festivals, nighttime. Ooh, yeah.
And then Ibiza's the party island.
Yeah.
Oh my
Aw.
God. I'm gonna be
I'm not jelly
wrecked.
yet. But
Not yet.
coming along.
Miami was
I'm
this
excited
weekend.
for you right now. Hmm?
The one in Miami.
Affirmation happening? Yeah. That looked dope.
I
saw
didn't really
some
see.
clips
didn't
of
see
like
anything.
Burna Boy, and I was like, oh, that looked nice.
I'm
Next year,
excited.
we'll go next year.
Yeah, Miami.
To
If they do it
Miami.
again, that definitely.
Oh, they don't do it every year? See, I don't know how.
Well,
they
I
do
think
it.
this was their first year in Miami. They do it every year in Portugal, I think.
Yeah, I thought so too. But I thought they do
But
it
I
every year in Miami too, and like it's
maybe,
Afro-Nation in many
maybe.
nations.
But this was the first time I heard of it in Miami. So,
So
anyways,
let's get to business and talk about sleeping. So what do we want to talk about sleep? How well do you sleep, Nair? I know you love to sleep. Do you get enough sleep?
I get enough sleep. At one point, I wasn't getting enough sleep. But now that I work from home, yeah, now that I don't have to commute so far away, I get a little bit extra sleep because normally I'm a night owl. And even though I try to go to bed early, like it never happens. So now that I, for the most part, work from home, I'm able to get a little bit more sleep. So I get at least 8 hours a night.
That's a lot.
That's what you're supposed to get.
I know. It's good. It's a lot.
How about you?
I don't believe nobody needs 8 hours of sleep. I sleep.
Okay.
I mean, I sleep better days.
Okay, what's your average?
Between 6 and 8 hours.
Yeah, so I heard 7 to 9 is where you should be. And women should be more towards 9, where men can get away with like 7, 8. Women should be going to like 8 to 9 hours of sleep.
So we can get that beauty rest, huh? That's why
I don't know. I heard it somewhere. I don't remember why.
Your body replenishes itself when you sleep. So
well, yeah, that's true.
Getting enough hours to start doing that replenishing and consistent doing it. Yeah, that's soft life right there. 8 hours of sleep every day, 9 hours of sleep every day. That's like, wow.
I'm a napper too. Do you like to nap?
Nope, I don't nap.
I love naps. I take at least 1 or 2 a week, minimum.
That's awesome. I wish I could spy on you. Oh, she's napping now. Let me take a nap too. That's not happening. When you're napping, I'm probably, I don't know, picking up boxes somewhere or doing something crazy.
Girl. Nope. When I feel my body tired, I'm like, you know how people be like, oh, I'm starting to feel tired and let me have a cup of coffee.
Okay.
I'm like, nope, I'm gonna
tired
go sleep.
Sleep, right? That's right.
Yeah.
Listen to your body and sleep because we need to sleep to thrive. My favorite word.
So do you want me to go into my book a little bit?
No, we need the definition of sleep.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Google, do you have it?
What, Google?
Sleep definition. Sleep deprivation. You got
Looking it up. So Google said that this definition of sleep is a condition of body and mind that typically recurs for several hours every night, in which the eyes are closed, the posture muscles relaxed, the activity of the brain altered, and consciousness of the surroundings practically suspended.
Yes, it's true.
Suspended though.
Your awareness of what's happening around you is suspended. You're not aware of what's happening around you.
Okay. But consciousness of this, conscious of the surroundings. Got it.
What did you think? Like your consciousness is gone?
Consciousness is not there. I was like, suspended.
That means dead. No. Well, consciousness never goes away.
Yeah, that's right.
Even in death, we always have that.
Or especially not in sleep, I think. I don't know. But so that was our definition. Very complicated.
But did you guys know that there's 4 stages of sleep? Very important to know the different stages. The first one is NREM, stage 1. And this is when you're transitioning between wakefulness and sleep. And that lasts about 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, right. Let me see. How long do you think it takes for you to fall asleep?
Sometimes 35 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I've been
trying. It depends.
Sleep.
Sometimes I could fall asleep like 5 to 10 minutes, but most times it's probably like 20, I would say, for me. Because I need to turn my brain off because I'm not. And it's crazy because I'm a night person. My husband's a morning person. So, and he knocks out like not even a minute. He's knocked out.
Right.
Soon as his
head hits the pillow, I mean your brain triggers
but
on.
In the morning, as soon as he wakes up, it could be 5 in the morning, it could be 7 in the morning, it could be 4 in the morning. He can't go back to sleep. Where I wake up, I look at the time, and it's too early for me. I go back to sleep.
I do too. Yeah.
So
I can go back to sleep all day long. I can sleep any hour of the day. Like I don't nap. It's not that I don't nap because I can't sleep. I don't nap because I choose not to nap. You know what I mean? But like if I say I'm gonna go nap right now, I can go to sleep.
But why don't you nap?
My brain doesn't say take a nap to relax.
Is it your brain that tells you to take a nap, or is it your body? I feel it's my body that tells me to nap.
Oh, okay. No, my body never tells me.
Gemini's. Everything's in the brain.
I guess. It's like no. It's just like brain tired, but body. To go take a nap and relax your body. No, I think even if I've tried it in the past and woke up feeling not happy, like groggy after a nap, so like, what did you just do? You napped, you know?
Yeah, it's not an energizing nap. It's like feel worse than when you went to sleep before you went to sleep. All right, so that was stage 1. NREM stage 2 is when your body temperature drops and your heart rate begins to slow and your brain begins to produce sleep spindles. And this lasts approximately 20 minutes. So right now we're like 30 minutes in and we're in stage 2. Stage 3, your muscles start to relax. Your blood pressure and breathing rate drops. And this is when the deepest sleep occurs in NREM stage 3.
NREM.
And
Um,
the letter N, REM stage 3. Then you have REM sleep. This is when the brain becomes more active, the body becomes relaxed and immobilized, dreams occur, and eye movement rapidly occurs. So, does this give a total? So 10, 20, it doesn't say what this is. Okay. REM sleep begins approximately 90 minutes after falling asleep. Oh, wow. So that last stage starts 90 minutes after falling asleep. So imagine if you're someone who is constantly waking up in the middle of the night, you're probably never getting that REM sleep.
And that explains my thing. Remember I tell you my REM sleep is always like 9%. Doesn't reach what a normal thing would. It's because I wake up a lot.
I want to read about stage 3 and 4 because they're very important. So it says in stage 3, during this deep sleep stage, your body starts its physical repairs. Getting enough NREM stage 3 makes you feel refreshed the next day. Meanwhile, your brain consolidates declarative memories. For example, general knowledge, facts and statistics, personal experiences, and other things that you've learned. So it's important this third stage because that's when your body starts to repair itself and your memories sort of start to like form and you start to like imprint what you're learning in your brain. And then stage 4, REM sleep, is important because like stage 3, memory consolidation also happens during REM sleep. However, it is thought that REM sleep is when emotions and emotional memories are processed and stored. Your brain also uses this time to cement information into memory, making it an important stage for learning. So this brings me to my book. We got a book.
We always got a book.
Not always, but
always. Especially
Why
from
We
you.
Sleep. Yes, I love my books.
So, okay. All right, go ahead.
No, this everything that I was reading kind of is on a website that will link for you guys, but a lot of this information is also in this book. And obviously because it's a book, he goes in and dives way deeper into, these different stages of sleep. It's called Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker, Ph.D. I highly, highly, highly recommend you read it because sleep is very important. I know we hear sleep is very important, but this book, you don't believe that sleep is important? He breaks it down. This book, Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker, PhD, talks about, the things I just mentioned from this website, but he goes in deeper. He's a doctor, so there's a lot of like studies and medical terminology, and like he really breaks it down to tell us why sleep is important. So I know like we all hear all the time, sleep is important. It's, we have to get our sleep, but how important is it? Like this book, if you don't know how important it is, this book will definitely show you that. Just to give you one example, he says it's more dangerous. Not that we're condoning the other. I'm going to compare two things. It's more dangerous to drive sleepy than it is to drive drunk.
Mm-hmm.
More accidents are caused by people falling asleep on the wheel than drunk driving. And obviously both are horrible. You shouldn't do either one, right? If you're tired and you're driving, pull over, take a nap, whatever, have someone else drive, do what you got to do, but and don't drink and drive. But
especially when you're sleepy.
Right. So those two combinations are even worse. But he says like when you're drunk and let's say like, something is off or whatever, even though you're drunk, you're slow to react. You can still react. But when you're sleepy and you fall asleep, you're asleep. You're not reacting. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing that can like liquor slows down. Yeah, it's gone. Exactly. So that's how important sleep is. He also goes through the different stages. And then another thing he says in the book that I think is very interesting is about children. And they definitely need the most amount of sleep because their bodies are still
Mhm.
growing. And he doesn't understand why schools start so early
Yep. I've heard.
because that fourth stage of sleep is where a lot of kids are missing out because they're being woken up early to go to school early. There was a study in here where there was a city or a town where they changed the start time for the kids and they saw a huge improvement in the kids like performance at school, their grades and things like that just by adjusting the start time.
Yeah.
And so he's like, don't like if your teenagers are sleeping and taking naps, like don't make them get up, let them sleep. It's very, very, very important that they get their sleep. And I know like we'll see our teenagers sleeping and we call them lazy, get up, go do your chores or
I
go do
stopped doing
something
that for
with
a
your
long
life.
time. Mhm.
I did too. Like I
So
let them sleep. I don't like wake them up in the morning like on the weekends.
me
I just
neither.
let them get up when they're ready.
So, yes, we know we like you just mentioned all the respectful things about sleep, you know what I mean? But
Respectful.
what about when we said the creepy topic about
Ooh.
the cycle?
About what?
The creepy side of sleep, the woo-woo side of sleep.
Ooh,
The dreaming, I guess, is
yes.
when I think sleep, I think dreaming and where do we really go when we're sleeping? What's really happening when we're sleeping besides all the benefits that you just
Right.
mentioned? Our subconscious, I guess, right? Is that what kicks in? Uh,
Um, that's a good question.
when
Well,
we
your
because we
subconscious is
dream.
always working, right? Your
Mhm.
subconscious never stops.
So do you think is that what goes into its own realm of things?
So do you think like the consciousness sort of takes a back seat and the subconscious is now in the front, like I'm
Mhm.
in charge now?
Isn't that what happens? I really believe
I
that.
don't know. No, probably
You've read
because
so
your
much into
subconscious.
sleep. So like the dreaming.
Yes.
I know
So
we didn't get
this
deep
book
into like
covers about dreaming. This
which
book talks
stage
about
talks
dreaming.
about do you know which stage of the 4
We
stages
start dreaming.
do we sleep in?
REM sleep. The last one.
The last one. Okay.
Yeah. So interesting when I was going through the different stages in REM sleep is when you start to sort of like process your emotions and that's when dreaming happens. So the author says that our dreams are more tied to our emotions
Mhm.
and it helps us with sort of like understanding not understanding but like working through our emotions. Dreaming helps you release those emotions, you know
Okay.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Because you notice like yes sometimes like things that you think about throughout the day or things that you did
You
throughout
go to
the
s
day show up
Uh-huh.
in your dreams but it's
All the
more of a feeling. Like you notice that sometimes too like you'll dream but you don't remember
Mhm.
specifically what the dream is about but you can sort of like remember the feeling that
You
it
wake up
gave
and you're like,
you.
"Oh, I was dreaming about this, but what was it about?" Yeah, all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Story of my
so
life.
your dreams are more tied to your emotions.
I must process a lot of emotions when I go to sleep
Yeah. So he
because I
says
dream
dream.
a lot.
Mhm.
Sense of like not remembering them, but sometimes I do remember, but then I'll end up forgetting about it. But I know because I wake up a lot is because I know I dream a lot because I wake up a lot. So I wonder if somebody who maybe we all dream the same, but because you don't wake up more frequent throughout the night, you don't be like, "Oh, I was just in a dream," because you just
I see what you mean.
sleep
You
all the way
slept
through
through.
your whole dreams, your whole emotions being processed. Me, I'm like I'm
Mm.
always, and then I don't rest and stay even more
But
tired.
okay, that's a good question though. Do you think that remembering your dreams helps you more than not? You know, there's people who say, I don't dream. We know people
Yeah.
who say, I don't dream,
And then people say, "No, you dream, you just don't
don't remember.
remember."
Do you think there's a difference there where those that quote unquote don't dream or don't remember their dream and those that do dream and or do remember their dream? Do you think like there's a difference there?
I think so. I think it could probably be when you reach the sleep stage, the last 4, and you're actually really resting because you're doing, you reach that stage, you process your emotions throughout faster in your sleep, so you probably remember your dreams
Mm.
versus I don't remember all my dreams because you don't go through all the stages of and really, I don't know, process it.
No, it's true. I think it's true. He says here, dreaming helps strip away the emotional attachment we have to traumatic experiences, particularly dreams about that traumatic experience. And it's used to help treat PTSD.
Dreaming is
Dreaming
used
helps
to-
you release emotions tied to traumatic experiences.
Mhm.
I mean, it's better to release them in a dream than in real life.
Yeah, because people releasing it in real life, we see, I mean, we can definitely point out things right now like, oh, that person went through a trauma, because you see how they deal with other people or go into depression. You know what I mean? If you
Mhm.
can process it through sleep, so that's sounds like a smart idea to me.
So that's making me think like because I just said in real life, like dreams are not real life.
Why would
Earlier you said, where do we go when we dream?
Oh, you said dreams are not real life. What is it?
Is it? I
Yes,
think it is.
it is
It's a different kind of life.
real life.
It's
What
another
do you mean?
dimension.
Your soul goes into a different dimension or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know if it's your soul. I think it's more your consciousness.
And what is that? That's your soul. That's your
Um,
third eye. That's your pineal gland, whatever. There's something about that gland with sleep. Now I gotta go look up all this stuff.
what is it called?
Yeah.
Pineal gland?
Mhm.
Pineal? Yeah.
I forgot what that meant in Latin.
Dream is
Mhm.
another dimension to me. It's the absence of space and time. Or is it the absence of just time? And I can attest to that.
Yay, with your scary, spooky story. No.
I can attest to that. You guys ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a very, very weird dream to share with you all.
Let me see
if I remember it. Do you remember it?
It's your yeah. I know you were running late, or you were rushing the kids to get ready to go somewhere. You ran down the stairs, you went outside, there was a crazy person, maybe or two, couple of crazy people following you.
Tons of
You went
crazy
into a
people.
store and you asked the
Kinda.
woman the time, and she got really mad at you. And you left because you were scared. No.
Well, no, you got bits and pieces of it, but that dream was so long. So many things happened in that dream, and it was a dream that I like remember every single piece of the dream. Like usually I'll dream and I'll remember like bits and pieces here and there, right? And I'm
Mhm.
sure you the same.
Mhm.
But I remember that dream from start to finish, and
You
finish
said, like,
was me.
writing it that like it's a
I
movie.
should
That
have
was
wrote
a
it
movie.
down.
Of course
It
you
was
should.
crazy. Okay, I'm gonna say the story from
Write
beginning to
it
end
down.
because I need this recorded somewhere.
Mhm.
So this happened a couple of months ago. I had a dream that
Hold on. I'm
myself.
sorry for cutting you off. But remember, before you told me your dream, you said
Mhm.
you were like, remember when we were talking about, somebody mentioned like,
Oh yeah. Let me start
if you
there.
ever have a dream and you
Yes.
ask somebody
Yes.
for time.
So I was on TikTok. I was like hearing a lot of people talking about dreams. You know, like on TikTok when you start seeing something that TikTok sees that you're interested in, they keep showing more and
Mhm.
more of the same thing. So I was on the side of TikTok where there were people talking about their dreams and talking about time, space, and what are dreams and like all that stuff. And one girl told a story of how, not one girl, I saw a few people talk about this, that you never ask the people in your dreams what time it is because
Mhm.
time does not exist. And if you do, they get really mad. They get upset if you ask them the time.
Mhm.
So I was like, I kept telling myself, but obviously you have to be lucid dreaming. So that's one thing about dreaming. For those of you that may not know what lucid dreaming is, it's basically you have control in your dream. Like you are aware that you're dreaming and you can control yourself in the dream. So I'll have lucid dreams like once in a while. And have you ever had a lucid dream?
I've had, but I haven't had in a long time. But I
Yeah.
remember.
And even in the book, he says over 80% of people are not natural lucid dreamers.
Yes, makes sense.
But I think you can train yourself to lucid dream.
Most definitely, yeah. You can train yourself to do so much with meditations, So, and
Mhm.
then dreaming to me comes to the closest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm the same way, like, I'll every once in a while, I'll have a lucid dream, but it's not often. But after I saw this on TikTok, I was like, "Oh, I wanna have a dream where I ask somebody that." And so, in this dream, that opportunity came up. So, we'll get to that at the end because this happens at the end. So, basically, the dream goes like this. I'm driving to Boston with my kids, Vanilla and her son. And the reason why that even came up was because we were taking a cruise out of Boston. So I think it was around the time where we were like planning the cruise or whatever. So this shows up in my dream where we're taking like a day trip to Boston. We get to Boston and all, you know how in dreams things always like move and people disappear. So
Mm.
while we're going there, like I knew you guys came with us, but when we arrived, you weren't with us. You guys like went and did your own thing. So I never really saw you guys in my dream. You guys were it was just known that you guys came to Boston with us.
Mhm.
So me and my kids, we were going to, I guess, visit family. And as we're driving to their house, my son's like, "Oh, I need a haircut." So I drop him off at some random barbershop in Boston. So he gets out. My son is 13 years old. Like, I would never just leave him at a random barbershop in Boston by himself, but okay, whatever. He goes into the barbershop, and then me and the girls, we go to our family member. I don't even know who these family members are. They didn't have any faces, names, nothing, but I can see the house in my mind. We go to their house, and we're there hanging out, whatever. And then the girls are like, "We need to go. We have to go pick up at the barbershop. We need to go. Let's go." So I'm like, okay, okay. And then I always used to have dreams, not as much now where, and I'm sure you guys have had dreams like that where like you need to get to a destination, but there's so many obstacles that get in your way and you like never reach your destination. So that's how I was feeling in this dream because I needed to go and I'm like, oh, I gotta pack my stuff. I don't know why we came for 1 day. So what
We're
stuff
going
I
on a
gotta pack?
cruise. What you mean?
So I'm like, "Oh, I need to finish packing my stuff." And then they're like, the whole time the girls are like, "Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up." And I'm like, "Okay, okay." I got my stuff. And then I'm like, "Oh, I can't find my shoes. I can't find my socks." And like trying to grab my shoes and my socks. And then finally, like I make my way outside to like the porch area. The girls are already like in the driveway area. And they're like, "Come on, let's go, let's go." And then I'm like, "Just let me put on my shoes." I'm like sitting on the steps. And then all of a sudden, my son shows up. And then I'm like, "What? How did you get here?" He was like, "Oh, I walked." He goes, "They wouldn't cut
His
my
hair.
hair anyway. They say they didn't have the scissors that I need to cut my hair." And then he's like, "So I just walked." And then I'm like, "Okay, fine, let's go." And the girls are like, "Come on, hurry up. We got to go. It's getting dark. We got to go." Oh, and I missed a step. So after we dropped off my son, were having like a hard time finding a parking spot. And I remember we parked like at the top of a hill, but it was like kind of far away from the house. So that's why the girls were like, "We got to go before it gets dark so we can be able to find the car." So I'm like, "Okay, just let me finish putting on my shoes."
You still
And then
putting on your
as
shoes?
I'm yeah, sometimes in my dreams, like I move so slow, like I
I
cannot
know.
move
It's not,
fast
yeah, it's
enough.
not just you. It's like, yeah, I tell myself, move faster.
And you can't. So,
Mm.
like, as I'm putting on my shoes, like, I can see the kids are starting to walk away, like, they're starting to walk towards to go to the car, and then, like, I'm trying to hurry up, and then all of a sudden, I look up, and the next door neighbor, like, just lets his dogs out, like, 2 or 3 big dogs with no leash, and this is Boston where there's not like all the houses are tightly packed, so it's like house, 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 and there's no green area for them to like go use a bathroom. He's just letting these dogs roam around in the street. And I'm like looking, and I see these dogs. And then the closer I look, they're actually lions.
Oh, yeah, remember?
So I'm like, oh my God. So at first I'm like a
It
little
got worse and
scared.
worse. Your brain made the
Yeah,
dogs.
kept making the dogs worse of an animal, but I'm like, "Okay, it's fine. They're just dogs." So I get up and like I start walking because I see the kids are getting further and further away from me. So as I'm walking towards the kids, you know how sometimes you're walking, you could feel something or someone behind you. I sense this someone behind me or something. I turn around, it's one of the dogs, And then he's like standing on his 2 feet, like with his arms like this. And then I look at his face and it's a face of a man.
Ew.
It's like
Like,
a man's face
ew.
on a dog body.
Mhm.
So I'm like, "Oh my god, like, so weird." Like, I kept thinking, like, "This is so weird. Let me just keep walking. Let me just, act like I didn't see him." Dogs, sometimes you just ignore them and they'll leave you alone. So I'm like, I keep walking. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, "Oh my god, where's the kids? I can't see the kids. I don't know where they went." It's now dark. Now I'm panicking because I'm like, "Oh my god, where are the kids?" I'm looking around, I'm walking, I don't see them. And then I see this building. It looks kind of like a warehouse that they converted into like a bar
Mhm.
sort of lounge. So I'm like, oh, maybe they went in there to get a drink.
My 13-year-old and my
Yeah, go get a drink at the bar. So I go in there and it's like packed. There's people like playing pool. There's people sitting down. There's people at the bar. And like I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do a loop around and see if I see the kids. So I'm walking around. I don't see the kids. And then as I'm like about to leave, to the side, I see these people I know. But I'm like, let me act like I don't see them.
Did you at any point remind yourself like this is a dream?
Not
Like,
yet. I'm not there
oh,
yet.
oh, you
Not
get
there
there.
yet.
Okay, good.
I'm still dreaming. Like, it's just a dream. So then I'm like, "Oh, let me just, because I'm in a rush. I'm trying to find the kids. Like, I don't have time to like go say hi, and
Yeah.
sometimes you go talk to people, they talk, 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 blah, blah. So I'm like, so I just, keep walking. And then one of them notices me and he's like, hey, hey, stop, stop. And I'm
Of
like
course he
trying to
did.
go, go, go. So like I run outside and then he follows me and he's like, "Hey, how you been? I haven't seen you so long." And then at this point I'm like, "Oh, I don't know if I jumped or the fence was open." And I'm on the other side of the fence and he's inside the fence and like he's talking to me like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in so long. How you been?" Da, da," like just trying to talk to me and I'm just like, "My kids, my kids." I was like, "Have you seen my kids? Have you seen my kids?" And like I am saying that it's like I'm having my own conversation with him and he's having his own conversation with me because he just kept saying like, "Oh, it's been so long." Like he wasn't hearing me. I was
Yeah.
hearing him, but I was like trying to tell him like, "I don't care what you're saying to me. I
This
just
is
want to know
how
where
I'm
my
doing.
kids
Yeah.
are." Right, like, "Where are my kids? Have you seen my kids?" And he's like just talking to me like so I'm like, "Oh my god." And then I'm like looking around and then all of a sudden I see sirens, police sirens on like the left side of me. And then like the police car comes and like parks kind of like parks across the street. There's like a building across the street. And then to my right, someone that I know, I'm going to say her name, but I'll bleep it out. She's like, "Oh, I think your kids are in there." And then she points to that building
Silence, huh?
where the sirens are and the police car just came. So now I'm like, "Oh my god." I'm like wanting my kids to be there because then that means that I found them, but not at the same time because why are the police here? Is something wrong? Is one of them hurt? What's going on? So then I, start walking across the street and I look inside and it's like a pharmacy, like a CVS or like one of those convenience stores. So I'm like, okay. So I jump and I go inside and it's like a normal store. Like there's no police, there's nobody rushing, nothing. People are just shopping. It's like a normal store. Like I just walked into a normal store. And I'm like, okay. And then I look to like sort of like my right side and there's this curtain there. And I'm like, oh, maybe they're in there. So then I walk in, like I open the curtains up and I walk in, and now all of a sudden I'm in like a hospital. And
Mm.
to the left is like two hospital beds, and a girl is sitting in between the two beds. To my right is like a reception area with like a desk, and this girl is standing over the desk, doing her work or whatever. And then in front of me is a nurse, and she's like at the end of that second bed, sort of like, I don't know if she's doing something on the bed or helping a patient or whatever, but I just remember seeing her at the edge of that bed. And this is when I realized I'm dreaming. So I'm
Mm.
like, okay, this is a dream, clearly, because I'm like in the streets, then I'm in a store. You know what I mean? Like
And
I
I'm in a
finally,
hospital.
I'm in I go through a curtain inside of a store and I'm in a hospital. Like now I'm like, okay, I'm in a dream. So then I'm like, okay, this is my chance to ask these people.
The fact
And
that
this
you
is me
remembered that in your dream.
thinking me thinking this in my dream. I'm like, oh, since I know this is a dream, I can ask them what time it is and see what they say. So I go up to the nurse and I'm like, "Hey, do you know what time it is?" And she gives me the most, like, not deadly, but, like, girl, like,
Evil?
not even
Oh,
evil,
scared for
but, like,
you and
I
herself?
felt so, like, I don't even know how to explain her look, but looking at her, I was shook. I was so scared. I was like, "Oh
Mm.
my god." She was like, "What is wrong with you? You know better than to ask a stupid question like that." And she was like an older Black lady, and she was saying it stern, like an elderly ancestor would
Mm.
say it to you. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like she felt like a great great grandmother to me. You know what I mean? Like someone who is looking out for you, but in a stern like way. And then
Mhm.
I'm like, I was so scared, and then I like, on the corner of my eyes, I try to, like, look, to the girl that was sitting there, and she didn't say anything, but she had, like, a look like, "Mhm, girl, you know better than that." Like, that's the vibe I got from her, and then the other girl was just like, like, when you're pretending to work, but you're actually listening to people's conversation? She had that kind of vibe, like, and the same thing
Gosh.
with her,
Uh-huh.
like, what is wrong with this girl? Like, she knows better than to ask that question. And then this is where I was like, "Oh my god, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up." And I was like trying to wake up. So like just making myself wake up because of that feeling that I had inside
That's
that
scary
room.
feeling.
I just wanted to get out of there. And then I just woke up. But I was
Do you
like,
think you wanted to end that dream? So you said,
yes.
"Oh, this question is," and that's why you remembered to make that question, like, oh, you remembered
Um
wanted to
no, I
pull out
didn't wanna
something.
end the dream.
You
I
you wanted
knew
to
it was a
find your
dream.
kids.
No, so when I realized it was a dream, I knew obviously my kids are not here because I am in a dream. I
Okay.
realized
Oh.
everything that's been happening is just a dream. In my dream, I
Mhm.
realized that. But then I'm
Did
like,
you expect to get a reaction like that? For
"No, I
example, with the
wanted."
TikTokers, were they
Mhm.
scared when they said, "Never ever ask that question"? What was their
Yeah,
direct,
their their
reaction
people
to it?
had. I'm trying to think if I remember any reaction, but, um, everything I was getting is, "Don't ever ask that question because time doesn't exist." Like, there's no time in dreams, like, time
Mhm.
doesn't exist. So, you know, they get mad, that's what they say, they get mad.
Okay.
But it wasn't like she was mad at me, it was more like she was looking out for me, but by instilling fear in me. You know how, like,
Yeah.
parents will, like, make kids fearful to not do things?
Mhm.
It felt sorta like that.
Okay.
But it was so like, her stare oh my god, I don't know, I never, like, ever felt like that, like, I was just like, "I need to get outta here," like, I just kept telling myself, "I need to get outta here, I need to get outta here, like, I need to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up." I just kept saying that over and over, like, "I need to get outta here, I need to get outta here." Ugh, it was
That's
so
too just
weird.
creepy. Ew, I remember
And then
being
just
so
recently too, I
upset.
tried to have like, I think I was in a dream that I felt like I was in a dream, and I was trying to be lucid in that dream,
Mhm.
and it wasn't like nothing was happening. Like, I couldn't make things happen. So I don't
Okay.
know if that's a thing too. Like, when you know you're dreaming,
You
are you
Yeah,
able
those are
to.
what I have, I think, when, like, I'm like, you're dreaming, so, like, move faster. You're dreaming and everything's slower, so, like, like, trying to
You
shoot a
should be able
basketball, but
to.
yeah,
Like,
moving like a
if you
sloth.
know you're dreaming, why can't you just make
Make
yourself
yourself, yeah.
do what you want in the dream?
Mhm.
That's why I feel like when you say you go somewhere, like you're not in full control of your dream because you're in, I don't wanna say like another world, but it kinda is another world.
Yeah. I grew up believing that because we are the energy, right? So when you're sleeping and you go through the stages and you're really resting, your soul, spirit, the energy that you are, obviously
Travels.
doesn't detach from your body, right? Because that would mean death. But
Right, right.
it's the energy stays connected, but the aura, the spirit, the soul can lift and
Mhm.
go into different places. I don't want to use realm. I don't know what the words are. Like
It has to be
travels,
realm.
travels, even if it's just stepping outside of your bedroom or stepping across the street or saying, I'm going to Cape Verde or I'm going to France. Like it literally, because it's energy, speed of light, it can travel, obviously, speed of light. So when you wake up, it just shoots right back into your body. Talk to my
So
son
you
mother. She's like,
think
"What are you talking about?" So it's
it leaves your body, or is it just your energy expands out? You're still in your body, but you're also outside of your body at the same time.
yeah, your body's there, alive and breathing and sleeping. The soul, spirit, the energy
Leaves.
leaves, never detaches from your body. There's always that electrical connection. But
Mhm.
yes, can leave and go other places.
And visit other people,
Of course.
go into
Do
other
what
people's
do
dreams,
what
and
they
other people come to
wish.
your dreams.
Hmm?
When you dream of other people that you know, are they in your dream or are you in
If you're
their dream?
just having a dream, it's you going into where they are. I'm
So
thinking.
so if someone says, "Oh, I had a dream about you," was that my soul going into their dream?
No. Why would your soul go into their dream? It's could be just their soul, I don't know, hovering over your house or whatever it is you're doing, or I don't know.
What? That's creepy, girl.
Okay, it is creepy. That's why I said this is gonna be creepy woo woo because so like I don't know, maybe that has nothing to do with sleep, but
It definitely has to do with
I
sleep.
believe, I really strongly believe that, your soul can travel.
No, I believe that too, but I feel like how do our souls sort of mix with each other? If I have a dream about
Hmm.
you, like
Are we
you
both
were in my dream,
dreaming?
what energy of you is in my dream? Like I is in my sort of consciousness
I think it's where like where you go to that's surrounding you
where I go? Well, how are you
when you're
there?
sleeping. Hmm?
How are you there? Is that a piece of you that's in me that's there?
I don't want to say it in anyone. It's just in the sleep realms.
The sleep realm is one specific place that everybody goes to.
Okay.
I'm not saying that, I'm
Oh,
asking.
that's not what I'm saying either. I'm like, okay. Um,
I feel like dreams is a part of like that fourth dimension where there's no time and space and we're just free to experience things without an actual physical form. Like the third dimension is our way of experiencing the physical, being able to touch, to see, to smell, hear, all those things. But like that fourth dimension is all of that without that physical matter, you know?
mhm.
So like you can see and hear in your dreams, but can you taste? Can you feel? No. You can't feel people. You can feel like emotions, like happiness, sadness, fear, but can you physically feel in your dreams?
Just physically feel means your hands must touch something though? Does it have to be your
Or even
physical
like you
hand?
rub against people like or things.
In my dream, when I like if I touch people, come in connection, there's a feeling there. I can
Right, emotion, but not like physical touch.
yeah, of
'Cause,
course.
like, I can see myself driving to Boston in that dream, right? I can see the driving to Boston, but I don't feel myself sitting in that seat.
Okay. I see what
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm. But when I had once I in college, I told myself I wanted to because everyone was dreaming about them flying. So I was like, that's it. I'm going to
Oh,
bed. I'm gonna dream about I want to fly, right? So I remember dreaming that I was flying all over campus and I can feel the sensation. I felt
but could you feel
that
the wind on your face?
I didn't pay attention to any of that. Trying, I didn't tell myself feel the wind on my face. I just remember like the telling myself, "Oh, I want to go up," and going up and coming down. I feel the sense. I felt the sense. The how I imagined it would feel if I could fly.
To be flying, yeah.
Hmm.
But that's interesting, and, like, smells.
I never thought about smell.
Well, next time you lucid dream, go
Try and
smell
tell myself
something.
instead of asking what time it is, because I'm never, ever, ever, never doing that.
Don't ever
I'm
do
going
that.
to try and smell something or taste
Don't
something.
ever do that.
Watch there
I
be
will
no
never
food
do it again.
anywhere or nothing to really smell.
You can I feel like you can not create, but you can, like, tell yourself, like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the stove in my kitchen. I'm gonna go to" you know what I mean? Like, I feel like
Oh, that's a
if
lot of
you're
telling, though.
if If you're a
It's like
good
you could just
lucid
remember, you
dreamer.
could realize that you're dreaming. It would have to be in the kitchen. What if you realize you're dreaming, but you're like, I don't
Somewhere
know,
else. No, I know what
swimming or
you're saying.
something?
Can you say, "Okay, in your dream, let's
The
go
water, see if
to"
it tastes salty, right?
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
probably
that's my
I was like,
next
"Oh, I'm
project.
drowning!"
Yeah, I know.
to tell myself, "You're gonna die." Oh, but yeah,
You can't die in your dreams.
we'll do another talk on like the sleep where like
What do
what
you
happens to
mean?
our
Nobody
soul.
knows.
No, well, we can still talk about it and say what we think happens. Do
We
some
are right now. Why it
research.
has to be
We'll do
somewhere
some
else?
find a new book that talks about that and
Where we
see.
go when we dream. Ooh.
Hey, you just had a beautiful book on what
Why
happens
we sleep.
while we sleep. So I'm sure there's a book out there that says where we go when we sleep, what happens
I
to our
think I
soul
was
when we sleep.
But I think that's why we haven't
Talks
done this
about sleep.
topic yet because I wanted to have that kind of conversation, but I don't think I found anything
Oh, okay.
or like what kind of research can you do? I know there's like books on people who say, "Oh, I died for like 10 minutes," and then they tell their
Mm.
story. So,
I'll have to tap into my Christian rationalism books to see if they talk about sleep because they love to talk about everything, especially
dreams, not
science and
sleep.
stuff.
Sleep is more
Dreams,
sleep
yeah.
we get it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Sleep we know you need
Dreams,
it. It's more dreaming and the
yeah.
significance of dreaming. And there's books like and websites where you can go and they can interpret your dreams.
Hmm.
Like if you're constantly dreaming about being chased or
Oh, I ask
stuff
Google
like
that all the time. Google, what does it mean to dream about this?
that.
You
But do
know,
you think like that's accurate?
it's just what other people's experience. I think, like other people have written on it. Everybody,
No,
especially
like
when
when
it
they
comes
say
to dreams, is many different stories, many different interpretation. Cultures interpret dreams differently, so
true.
it's a lot going on there.
Like they say, oh, if you dream about teeth falling out or if you dream
Hmm.
about,
And
having
what's
a
funny, my
baby.
mom, if it has been and it continues to be, if she dreams about a centipede, she goes,
Mhm.
somebody in our family is pregnant, and somebody in our family will say,
You
hey,
will
I'm
be
pregnant.
pregnant.
Every time she's dreamt of centipedes, that has happened. To my mama.
Is that a thing or is that just her thing?
That's a
Centipede.
thing. So
Oh, okay.
maybe that's why I don't know, but the fact is, family
She
members
knows.
are.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
Very, very crazy.
But yeah,
So
we'll
yeah,
do a teach-two on sleep and dreams or dreaming.
dreaming.
That's good.
I mean, we started to sort of give our ideas and talk
Hmm.
through like what we think. But yeah, I definitely think dreams are related to that fourth dimension. Yeah.
Which one was that? The little girl, or the big girl?
The little boy. Can I go to bed at
Oh,
9:40? His bedtime is 9:30.
oh, okay. Oh, yes. I could have asked for 50 more minutes. He asks for
He can
10.
go to bed at like 10 o'clock and I wouldn't even know.
Don't say that too loud.
I know that's why I made sure he was gone.
Oh,
But he's always trying to
that's
bargain with
cute.
me.
Yeah,
Mm. I'm like, no,
that's
you need your
nice.
sleep. He's like, I get like 10, 11 hours of sleep. I'm like, yes, you need your sleep. I can go to
Sweet.
bed at 10. It's fine. Because he doesn't start school till 8:30.
Hmm.
Well, technically 9. They open the doors at 8. Remember when it used to be like 7:30?
Yeah,
Mad early. But yeah,
definitely
they
remember.
changed that. That's bad. Not letting these kids sleep.
But now they are, which is good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
I mean, all the other schools should change it. Public
they
schools.
should. Yeah, but this book, I definitely recommend parents read it, everybody read it. Audio, I think I did audiobook. So wherever you listen to your audiobooks is probably the best. Because it can get a little bit science-y with like the
Which
studies
is
and
good.
cases and stuff. So
Hmm.
it really backs up what it's saying.
Nice.
He's not just saying it. It's not just his opinion. There's research done on the stuff he's talking about in the book.
Very nice. Yep. I will try and add that to my list.
Have you been reading?
No,
I haven't been reading. I'm actually
I've been
reading
doing
a
a lot
book.
of Reliance tests, but I guess that's reading too.
I've been reading a book called Ask and It Is Given, I think. Where is it? It's kind of weird, but It's on manifestation and all that.
You're always reading on that stuff.
Because I'm trying to manifest.
And you need to tell me. Well, let's put a pause. That's a different topic, different conversation.
Oh my God. Let that pan out first. Let me complete that journey, and then I'll come and talk all about it.
Okay. But I'm saying private talk to me.
Yeah, private's fine. But I mean, like, because again, we love talking about financial freedom, investing, home ownership, and we need to bring back more of our
thriving
financial thriving topics. Because remember, we started with our financial talks, but there's still more stuff we need to talk about, like credit and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going through something. I'm going through a lot right now, but I will let you guys know when I made it to the other side.
The other side? That's when you dream. You're going through a lot on planet Earth.
Right, you go through things on planet Earth that you need to make it to the other side.
She's so woo-woo, the other
How's
side.
that woo?
You said, wait until I go to the other side.
When I go through this journey and I make it to the other side.
I know, girl.
To the other side. I'm on the side I don't want to be right now.
That's how you know you're going to get to the side you want to be, knowing that you don't want to be where you are.
Yeah, and I could give up.
Oh, you could try harder.
Hey, I'm trying my best.
That's all you can do.
That's right. That's all I can do. But
what's up? But thanks all our audience for listening, tuning in. We hope you get to share your take on dreams, share your crazy dreams. And if you do have those lucid dreams, we'd love to hear what you have to say.
What have you done with yourself in those lucid dreams?
Ooh.
Nothing crazy like me, I hope. Don't put yourself in danger of the dream people. Yeah. I used to fly a lot in my dreams. I don't anymore.
Because that was kids' dreams. Kids dream about flying. Grown-ups dream about... I wonder what grown-ups dream about. Or what do we dream about?
What do grown-ups dream about?
I don't know.
You think people have more nightmares or happy dreams?
Happy dreams.
I dream a lot.
I think younger people have happier dreams than
older people.
Old people. Then you reach, I guess it has to do a lot with age. So you reach that age that because your brain is like learning so many things, or like now you know what, wow, that's how it is to be scared. So now you're going to dream of being scared. You know what I mean? So like it all depends on what you're learning and what stage.
Or what emotions you're going through, because
that's definitely
whatever you're dealing with emotionally is going to show up in your dream.
It's going to be a nightmare,
Or not even a nightmare, recurring dreams too are because you're like going through something.
Traumas, I think so. That's what I think.
You have recurring dreams. Yep. Cool. Any thriving takeaways?
Besides picking up that book, subscribing, sharing with your friends. It's my takeaway for this episode. Sweet dreams. I'm still the funny one.
The fun one.
Oh, fun one. I bring the fun.
And I apparently am the crazy one now.
You're the woo one.
The woo one.
Ooh. But it's always a pleasure to chat with you.
Thank you guys for listening.
We will catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Woo, woo, woo. So ghetto.
Peace out.